What is life like in the Vietnam-China border region? Hi, my name is Noah and I'm 29 years old. And today I'll show you what a typical evening looks like in a mountain city in Vietnam. You're probably wondering which city I live in, right? I was born and raised in Lao Cai, a remote mountain city in northern Vietnam. If you travel northwest from Hanoi, the country's capital, you'll need to cover a distance of about 300 kilometers to get there. As I'm walking toward the train station, memories begin to flood back. When I was a child, I often took the train from here to Hanoi during the summer holidays. Each journey usually took around 5 to 6 hours. This railway line was built by the French colonial authorities between 1901 and 1910, and it officially began operation in 1910. This bridge connects the railway line between Vietnam and China and is still in operation today. I always feel a strange sensation whenever I come here. It's hard to describe. This is a Vietnamese border gate area which is under extremely strict security. And you only need to walk across this bridge to enter Chinese territory. On the other side of the bridge is the Chinese border gate, where security is even stricter. The border gates of both countries close at 10 p.m. Vietnam time and 11 p.m. China time. Unfortunately, I can't enter the border area to observe more closely. I may come back at 7 a.m. tomorrow so I can show you more clearly the immigration and trade activities between the two countries. If you stand here, you can hear sounds echoing from the other side of the river, music, singing and laughter coming from the bars and restaurants. Vietnam and China share quite similar cultural features in architecture, such as tiled roofs with carved details and upturned corners, as well as large wooden gates. I'm going to buy a drink made from arrowroot starch at a small sidewalk stall in front of the train station. I drink it quite often because it's very refreshing and helps cool the body, and it's also inexpensive, costing only about 38 cents. Life is very slow-paced here. People usually go to bed early in the evening, and since there's not much to do, I often come here to enjoy the breeze. To stay healthy, I do between 100 and 200 push-ups every day. The locals make use of the fertile soil along both sides of the river to grow vegetables. Every day they come here to pick fresh produce and take it home for cooking. The streets here are very quiet, so I'll just wander around for a bit, revisiting the street corners where I grew up. Someone might just fill in the name here at random. In Vietnam, you can come across people with the surname Nguyen anywhere, as it accounts for up to 70% of the population. Just like everywhere else in Vietnam, there are sidewalk drink stalls here as well, selling iced tea, soft drinks, sugarcane juice, tamarind juice, and a variety of other beverages. I don't understand why these container trucks are allowed to travel so frequently in the same lanes as regular traffic here. It feels genuinely dangerous. The escalating conflicts around the world have caused fuel prices to soar, and it genuinely worries me because it drives up the cost of living across the board. This is the station square. The urban landscape management in this area is really poor. Kids play football everywhere. If you didn't know, Vietnam is among the countries that love football the most in the world. The tall buildings you see over there are part of Chinese territory. You just need to cross this river and you will step into Chinese territory. Because this is a border area with China, it's not hard to come across goods imported from China into Vietnam. A typical example is these vacuum-packed packaged snacks, which come in many different varieties. The shops here are set up very simply, creating a comfortable atmosphere for customers to sit and relax. Chinese people often like to build high-rise buildings facing this side of the river, which is sometimes seen as a way to showcase their economic strength. as one of the world's leading powers. This street mainly consists of restaurants and hotels catering to visitors from Europe and the United States. I really like fonts like this. It makes me feel like I'm in Europe. The layout and color scheme give me that kind of impression. This cafe is called Longan Garden Cafe because nearly 20 years ago, this place used to be a large longan orchard. I stopped by a fruit shop and bought a watermelon to blend into a drink. It's summer now, and unlike in your country, the weather here is very hot and humid. Because this is a tropical region, fruits are very abundant in the summer, with many delicious varieties available. This is inside the fruit seller's home. It looks quite simple, doesn't it? But it still has quite enough household items for daily living. This is called Joss paper, spirit money. On the 1st and 15th days of each lunar month in many Asian cultures, people buy fruit along with these items to offer incense, pray for good luck and peace, and show respect to their deceased ancestors.
Thanh toán thành công 80.000 đồng.
At the end of the day, people often start thinking about their own lives, reflecting on many things, happy and sad memories, regrets, dreams, work, and income. At 29, approaching 30, I feel a real sense of pressure, and I know many people around the world may feel the same. I see my parents aging every day, which makes me sad that I haven't been able to give them more in return. I also see people my age who have already achieved success, and it makes me anxious because my own career is still unstable. But I still feel that I am much more fortunate than many others. I still have my parents. I have food and clean water every day, and I have a job to go to. Every day, I follow news from around the world and see images of wars happening in some regions. It truly breaks my heart for innocent people, children who cannot go to school, the elderly without access to hospitals, and everything from clean water to food becoming scarce. People are forced to live in constant fear and anxiety. I am deeply grateful to be living in a peaceful country without war. I study Chinese every day so that I can talk and connect with them. As you may know, China does not allow the use of many foreign social media platforms such as Facebook, YouTube, Google, and others. They have their own separate social media platforms, so if you are good at Chinese, there are many interesting things worth exploring and learning. And I am Noah. I live here, and my hometown has many beautiful landscapes and interesting things. It is home to Fancy Pan Peak, which is 3,143 meters high, as well as winding mountain passes with cliffs on one side and vast valleys on the other. There are also rocky streams, and I see many Western tourists who are truly fascinated by these places. If you ever have the chance to visit my hometown one day, please let me know. I will help you in any way I can. This is my first video after not posting for 3 years. If you find this video relaxing, or if there is anything that makes you feel uncomfortable, please let me know. I will listen to you. I share real-life, authentic images and the hidden sides of life, things that you may have visited here but have never noticed before. I truly hope for your support. And finally, from the bottom of my heart, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. No matter who you are, where you are from, how old you are, what you do for a living, or whether you are male or female, young or old. I wish you all the very best, and I hope you stay healthy. I hope you have a great day. Goodbye, and I hope to see you again in my next videos.